All right, guys, let's talk a little bit about a topic some of you are going to love, which is should you sleep with another guy's girlfriend? The general sort of response to this is no. And the reason is because you don't want to put there's a couple of reasons why. The first is you don't want to put yourself in a situation, you don't want to put yourself in the middle of another person's relationship. You don't want to possibly be on the receiving end of a guy who's going to be really angry, really aggressive. And even if he's not, even if he's kind of like a milquetoast, kind of like limp dick guy, he's not going to do anything. He doesn't, can't stand up for himself. It's bad karma. And I know that that's like, oh, well, so what? What does that even mean, Pat? Just trust me that if you do bad things to other people and if you try to gain power over other people, and that's what you enjoy doing, and you don't think that there's any problem with it, you're gonna get a comeuppance down the road. It's not pretty. I've talked to plenty of guys myself who have done this kind of stuff, and it distorts you. If you're a good person, it distorts you over time. So I don't think that you should be getting involved in those situations, not only for your personal safety, but for your personal integrity. It's not even about, I think some people will say you don't want to, break up their relationship. I actually think that that's the wrong way to look at it. In the case of it being a friend, maybe that's a relevant consideration. But it's much more like you shouldn't cheat, whether you're in a relationship, or you shouldn't be, the target of cheating. You shouldn't be an accomplice to cheating because of how it affects you, not so much because of the other person's relationship. If you're looking at it because you don't want to do something to other people, then first off, you're being ruled by guilt. But second off, you're probably not going to resist it for long, because if the only reason you're not cheating on your girlfriend, for instance, is because it would hurt her, but you really want to, you're going to cheat eventually, or you're going to resent her for not being able to cheat, which is a lot of monogamous relationships, let's be honest. But if you don't cheat because it's a choice that you made for yourself, then it's a totally different dynamic, and you don't resent your partner. But you also have no tolerance of them cheating. And so it's the same thing if you're an accomplice. But the other thing here, and to round this out, this is the general position you should have. But I don't also think that you should pearl clutch in some situations. So if you're in a place where you and a girl have real serious chemistry and her boyfriend's not there, you don't know her boyfriend, it's very apparent that she's gonna cheat, the relationship is over, you're feeling really in sync with her, you have to kind of weigh that decision with yourself. But I don't feel in a situation like that it's that big of a deal, because that girl is on a mission to cheat anyway. If it's not you, it's going to be someone else. That may still be too much for your own moral compass, and power to you. But my only point in saying this is that I don't blame guys in those situations for seeing that girl. Now, if they try to keep seeing her over and over again while she's still in a relationship, I think then you do start to accumulate, a degree of an ethical conundrum. You accumulate karma, because now it's not just this kind of one-off thing that she was going to do it with somebody, and so it's pretty much all on her. Now you're continuing to prolong this when she should really just break up with her boyfriend, and now you're also getting yourself much more enmeshed as somebody who could be a target in the future. And I just want to say this: while most guys are not going to do anything, some guys will. And there are some really serious stories about this. If you mess with the wrong guy's girl, you could seriously end up in the hospital. You end up dead in some cases. And, it's really not good. It's not a good situation. Even if all you suffer is reputational damage, it's not a good situation to be in. I brought up all this stuff because I saw in the pickup forums this guy, and I don't have the screenshot anymore. I can't find it. But he was basically bragging about how he, picked up this girl, they had sex, she was, I think, like giving him head, and then the boyfriend called or something like that, and it was almost like a porno kind of scene where she like picks up the phone and says, oh, I'll be back later, babe, and then she goes back to like fucking him and everything, and he felt like such a champion from doing this. And look, I get it. If you felt pretty powerless around women, if you felt like a chump compared to other men when it comes to women, to have an attractive girl cheat on her boyfriend with you and to have her kind of cuck her boyfriend like that, it's going to make you feel pretty dominant. But it's also pretty scummy, right? For you to feel powerful in a situation like that is a reflection of your own low self-worth. Because at a higher level of confidence in yourself, you just feel like this is a really disgusting situation. This girl is trash. I mean, that's the big thing here, is that girl was total trash, and you're sleeping with her. Like, honestly, I mean, it's at this point in my life, I don't even think I would find that hot. I might have found it hot in the past, 10 years ago, but at this point in my life, I'd be like, you are dumpster tier shit, and I wouldn't want to be a part of it. And that's really the big thing when it comes to, you know, being involved with two people who are, you know, with a relationship where somebody's cheating. If you're not careful, you really can get brought down to the level of those people. You might think that you're above it, but your ability to insulate yourself from it is limited. And eventually, if not in the immediate thing, depending on what you knew, eventually you will get dragged down to the level of them, and you don't want that on your conscience. You don't want to carry that with you. If you do want to carry it with you, I think it says a lot about you and about your own sense of self-worth, that you have to generate your own self-worth based on gaining power over other people. I don't think it says that you're a very good person. So I say all this stuff, and where am I building with it? What's the point of all this? It's really for your own consideration, right? I'm not going to tell you what to do. I'm not going to be Mr. Moralizer and say, if you sleep with a girl who's in a relationship, you know, you're as much of a piece of shit as her. If it happens the first time, you're not. But we got to watch out for ourselves on this journey. At the end of the day, your self-respect comes from how you view yourself, and no girl is worth that under any circumstances. Doesn't matter whether she's giving you her pussy. Get into the mindset of rejecting girls who lower your self-respect. The manosphere, Red Pill, talks about that so much, that self-respect is based on how a girl treats you, and that's true. But it's also what sort of behavior you tolerate from a woman in general. Even if she wants to sleep with you, but she's really scum, and you're spending time with that woman, you're spending time with a scummy woman. Food for thought. If you want to increase your self-respect, if you want to get better with women, but you want to do it in an ethical way, if you want to face yourself and overcome yourself and grow through the process and become fantastic with women, get the kind of women you want, either get my masterclass. It's the encyclopedia of my work. It covers everything from the full life cycle of women, down from your inner psychology, female psychology, attraction, dating, relationships, more advanced topics, esoteric topics. Or you can work with me. You'll also get the masterclass when you work with me, but I'm also going to be guiding you one-on-one through your own situations. So it's kind of like one's the textbook, the other one's the textbook and the professor. So links are in the bio below. I'll see you guys soon.